Hello, hello, hello again. I just wanted to come in and I wanted to, in case you have not heard, I know it was at the end of my live a while ago, or well, it was at the beginning of my live, but um, it was at the end of my live too. And in case you haven't heard, and I'm sure you have by now, it is sad to say that they found baby Naya and he was unalived. So I just wanted to bring that to you, and two short videos on that, and let you know I'm not going to stay on here very long. I just felt like this was a good time. Everybody was probably asleep and we'll be doing re-watches anyway. But I wanted to come on here. First, I wanted to just read you this. This is from Alive in Atlanta, and it says heavy police presence at Clayton County apartment complex. So see, he didn't go very far as search for missing 6-month-old focused on in wooded area. Now, Nikita Pratt was reported missing Sunday. And so it took them 3 days, but they found him, right? So update. They updated it and it said the medical examiner's office in Clayton County confirmed, they confirmed baby's body has been discovered. So let me read the update here. Okay. And it says a baby's body has been found in the search for missing 6-month-old, according to the Clayton County Medical Examiner's Office. I mean, that's sad, man. The news comes 3 days after baby Nikita Pratt was reported missing Sunday, October 12th on Valley Hill Road. I still wonder who called in that. I do, because they say the dad didn't. Wonder if they're going to release that. But anyway, the call was made just before 8:30 a.m. In Clayton County Police Department, and they responded to the apartment complex, which focused right there around the apartment complex. They towed, 5 of his cars. He had 5 cars, and it's sad. So they found the baby, and so I wanted to show you these 2 little videos I just come across. So we're going to play. We're going to give credit to Clutch Them Pearls. Give me just a moment.
Very sad news. The story of 6-month-old Nanake Pratt out of Clayton County, Georgia, just a little bit ago. They discovered his body as he went missing 3 days ago, and his own father claimed he was kidnapped. We got a lot to talk about on all the breaking news on the other side of this. I know. What is really sad to me is life is so valuable. It is so, so valuable. And every single life matters. Every single life. And these parents have no idea. They don't even care about their own life, let alone the children that they brought into the world. And so, yeah. So, the little bit that we do know at this point, again, Nanaki is a twin. There was so conflicting information on this case yesterday. And I had a lot of times, when a story first comes out, there is conflicting information. But the problem is, in this case, is dad wasn't speaking. He was in jail. The neighbors knew that the father had twins. And there was a girlfriend that came and said, well, I didn't know he had kids. I know, Ruby. I know. And that's the thing. I knew it wasn't going to end well, but I guess there's always, even though you know what I mean? It's just, you want the closure, you want them to be found, you want them to be laid to rest. Never. And that's the thing, Prophet Master. I got one of my pictures from the news, and it had the real picture of the baby, Nanaki, on there. And there was another picture right beside of it, and it was the wrong picture. And there was just that one picture of this baby. Yeah, none. So sad to me. All right. Here we go. This is just coming out, everything that we know right now.
The Clayton County father suspected in his 6-month-old's disappearance remains in jail, but for unrelated charges.
Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live at the apartment complex where it all happened on Valley Hill Road. And that's where that baby was first reported missing. Yasmina, what have you learned today about the father?
Well, Tracy.
Actually, hold on one second. This is it. We'll come back to that one. Yeah, 11 pounds. 11 pounds.
We have some breaking news out of Clayton County. We told you earlier in the hour about the search for 6-month-old Nikai Pratt. Clayton County police have said the baby's father is a suspect in his disappearance. Let's get out to Fox 5's Kim Leffler, who's been live on the scene, the apartment complex where that baby boy was last seen. Kim, we understand there's some activity there now.
Yeah, police just put up the police tape behind me here in the last 5 minutes. And if you take a look, all of the detectives and police officers we've seen on scene here for the last 2 hours are really focusing in on one spot, kind of in the wood line there. Now, at this point, we do not have confirmation whether or not this is the 6-month-old baby, but we've really seen them all zeroing in on that location here, probably in the last 5-10 minutes or so. And in the
throw the baby over the hill, essentially. Thank you.
And he's right. These parents, they just throw their baby away, throw them over the hill, throw them in the woods, throw them in the dumpsters, bag them up. You got this man, Cool Breeze. He thinks he's Cool Breeze. And he literally, and I don't call him Cool Breeze because he was cool, that's for sure. But he literally tried to pull a Rebecca, the male version, in my opinion, and say he was robbed and they took his baby in the car seat. Are you kidding me? You know, I say same thing we hear all the time. Wood chipper. These poor babies, 11 pounds, can't walk, 6 months old, dependent on their parents. And this was a twin. No matter if they're together or they're not together. Dependent, both of them. Thank God the other one was not with this man. He didn't have any business with this baby. Not after his charges, anyway. I don't know how any of this ever comes about. I really and truly don't. But it's sad. Oh, and by the way, I put a link earlier. Some of you don't have Facebook, so you can't get it. I couldn't get it to, the only way I could get it to share is to just drop the link. I couldn't do it like I usually do it. But there is a man, I'll have to go back and get his name. And so sad. He's probably just a neighbor or a bystander or whatever. He was literally just about in tears. And he said, if anybody knows the family, to get in touch with him. It's on my community post, the link. But anyway, the point is, it's out there on Facebook somewhere. If anybody knows the family, to get in touch with him. He's going to pay for the burial. And he said, as he was holding the mic, I guess of the news person or whoever, he said, I literally don't know, I don't know what else to say. And you could tell he was so broken up. You got strangers that's willing to pay for your baby's funeral, that is so tore up, men so tore up, that is willing so graciously to do whatever they need to do to make sure this baby has everything it needs properly. You got Cool Breeze over in jail, probably still sticking to his story. Let's carry on.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, honey. Justin, I see how this tugs on your heartstrings, your passion for these cases, sending hugs. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you very much, my dear. Much love to you. Thank you. How do you just do something to a baby and just throw him over the hill?
Last, I would say 20 minutes. If you take a look over here to our left, we initially saw the police put up crime scene tape around this dumpster as well. And then we saw them all start to move. This is the back part of the apartment complex. Then they all started to move towards the front. And that's when we saw them kind of looking at this one spot on the tree line. Of course, we're waiting for confirmation. As soon as we get any updates, we'll be sure to bring that right to you. But it does appear that they have found something there in the wood line.
All right. The body of one second.
In tonight with breaking news in DeKalb County, the GBI has been called in to investigate.
Why did it do this?
Shootings.
Sorry. The body of 6-month-old Nakai Pratt was found 3 days after his father reported a kidnapping in Clayton County. Antonio Pierce, the baby's father, is now considered a suspect and was arrested on unrelated charges. Investigators found inconsistencies in Pierce's story, and evidence suggests possible foul play in the infant's death. There that monster is.
Yep.
The father said that he was robbed of his possessions, and they took the baby,
Oh.
and took his valuable things.
Hold on. I can't help it. He was robbed of his possessions, but he wasn't worried about calling the law to let them know they took his baby. But then I heard somewhere where it might have been about drugs. But wonder if his possessions was so precious, it was his precious drugs. Maybe he was selling on the side after doing his maintenance work. His precious possessions? What about his child? People will lay down their life. People will die for their children. Hold a gun to my face. Hey, Lisa. And he comes up with this story. So not true. So not true in my opinion. Wow. What a story. Lisa, I hope you're doing, the best you can right now, honey. Still thinking about you. Still love you. Still praying for you.
With the baby in the car seat. He didn't know what direction they went. He couldn't give what kind of car, what direction, a description of them, nothing. Oh, I know, Tanner. They nowadays just don't want a kid. They just throw them in the trash, throw them over the hill. 11 pounds and 6 months old. I've got some pictures for some locals and stuff we're going to show you here in a minute. What we know, investigators returned to the apartment complex shortly before 4 p.m. Tuesday conduct another search. Officers spent more of the day reviewing evidence to determine the best place to continue the search. Well, this bastard, he was too lazy to even, it's just sad to say a lot of these parents are even too damn lazy to hide their crime, the kid. You know what I mean? Like, they just don't give a shit about anything. At around 6:30 p.m., officials put up crime scene tape near the dumpster and around the woods adjacent to the apartment complex. It was apparent officers were searching the area. I'm sorry, but if, this little precious baby, if that's the best picture you've got of your child in 6 months, something's wrong with you. Nobody's even holding this baby. Nobody's even holding the baby. Right? God only knew if he got held that often or changed. He certainly, if he was 11 pounds, didn't get.
I would love to know how the girlfriend didn't know he didn't have a baby. I'm not buying that. She said she didn't know he had a baby or two babies. And I'm just not buying that whatsoever. They say she lived with him. Was there nothing, no sign of a baby, a bottle, a blanket, anything left over, diapers, a fooler, a toy, stuffed animal, anything? I'm not buying what she was trying to push out. She got took down for questioning. I don't know what they ever did with her. I don't guess she got arrested. But I was told by an attorney one time, they may not tell you you're under arrest, but if you get took down for questioning and detained, you pretty much are under arrest. So publicly, they haven't said that, but well, we'll just see. We'll see. Because I'm not buying what she's trying to put out, in my opinion. And they had 5 cars. They took off. Look, this is not making any sense. And they say the mother had nothing to do with it. That's what the police is saying. And I feel sorry for the mother, honestly. Knock on wood, she didn't have anything to do with it. But I don't think she did. I really don't think she did. And I think maybe, possibly, that the reason he had one of the children and not both of them, anybody with twins know that's hard. And for a man who wants to be slick breeze, cool breeze, slick Rick, he ain't gonna be able to handle 2 kids, much less 2 little twins. And he's already got, look, if I was the mother, there's no way in hell, I don't know who them cruelty abuse charges to children was on, but it made sense she wasn't with him no more. But I tell you what, sometimes you got to understand, though, too, it ain't up to you, it's up to the courts. But there ain't no way in hell I'll probably die first if I knew that there was a slick Rick like that son of a bitch that I had to deal with. And evidently he was, or try to be, or he was a wannabe. His damn girlfriend didn't even know he had a baby. Come on now. He had more pictures online of himself and his cars and the storage units than he did of the baby. Oh, and by the way, what is the gig with the storage units? Since the baby wasn't in there, wonder what's in there. Wonder if they checked any of them and see if that's where he stashed any of his money or his dope, because he sure looks like a dealer, if you ask me. Just, okay, Smiley's being judgy tonight. I'm pretty pissed off. I better get back to Justin. Justin's a little bit more... let me just get back to Justin.
get fed that often. And, you know, when you tend to not feed a baby, they're hungry and they cry. And that somehow pisses dumbass dads off. Missing 6 months. The backstory: police confirmed Monday that the baby's father, Antonio Pierce, is now considered a suspect. Okay. All right. Here's some photos.
Thank you,
I'm going to make
Lisa.
them bigger.
I'm trying to be good. It's hard when something like this goes on.
What's going on there.
Look, I was ready to pack my bag, little bag, and go up there to Georgia. I told y'all today.
Said that. I mean, look at that. Just right over the hill.
This stuff bothers me,
Yes.
man.
Yep, Lily. Yep. Right over the hill. They have an advertisement for pictures now. Seriously. Viewing a picture, you get an advertisement now. Okay. That's why you didn't know any direction. Do you not, I mean, is this guy so stupid to think that they're not going to look around his apartment? Or do they just don't care? I don't get it.
I think they
I
just
don't get it,
care,
y'all.
Justin.
It never, ever gets any easier. Never gets any easier. Never does.
It just came
Other
out
twin is with
Sunday,
mom.
Lisa.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me
And
stop
I mean,
again.
they've essentially, from what I understand, they have cleared.
Okay, it just come out Sunday, Lisa. This is a little baby in Georgia. He is a twin, actually, 6 months old, and his father had him, but the mother had the other baby. And they have said they've cleared the mother. This guy, God, if you see pictures of him, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Lord have mercy, honey. He has a lot of pictures of himself in front of storage units every time with different cars and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's beside the point. He was also a maintenance man for this apartment over in Clayton, Georgia. And I'd be very leery about that too. Thoughts people, I go back. I had a whole live on that earlier, but never mind. Sorry, I don't mean to get off track. Let me just give you the rundown real quick. So this little baby was reported missing. They say the father didn't call. Now, that could just be a misunderstanding in the media. I don't know. That's not by Smiley. That's by what we've got, the information that we got. He's not the one. I played it earlier and everybody heard it. He's not the one that called. But evidently, yeah, there's a little twin baby. The baby has a twin, but the mom's got the twin. Now, I think this baby was just visiting his dad. You know, at one point I was thinking, well, does the dad have this twin and the mom has the other twin? But that can't be because the girlfriend lived with him and says allegedly, which I don't believe her at all, she didn't know he even had a kid, and much less twins. And they took her downtown and questioned her right there from the apartment. So yeah, that part, none of it makes any sense. But they looked since Sunday. They arrested him on unrelated charges. So thank God they at least have him in jail. They haven't charged him still yet. Maybe by tomorrow or something they will, since they just found this body baby's body tonight. But they arrested him on, well, see, he had prior charges he was going to court on this month, but for child cruelty, get that. Okay, this case reminds me so much of Jake and Rebecca, baby Emmanuel, because I say he's the male version. Remember how she said, "Oh, somebody hit me. I never saw him, and I fell to the floor," and all that. Well, I think his part is, in my opinion, because he's a man, and people was going to want to know, well, how did you not overpower them and let them take your baby? That's just my opinion. My opinion only. It was from the time this come out. I had to sleep on it from went live with it. But he says he told the cops, which he didn't call, but whoever called them, when they come out, he told them that somebody robbed him with a pew-pew and that they took the baby and the baby's car seat. Hello? Yeah. So it was kind of messed up from the beginning. You got me. But at least they found, yes, ma'am. So at least they found the baby. Thank God. It's sad and it's unfortunate, though. He was not alive. And this is where we stand. As I was doing my live earlier, found out the news that they found his little body. They had interviewed, it was interesting, that yellow dumpster that Justin just showed on there on the news. And I did too earlier, but the girl, the news, it's been on the news all day long, different news. One of the girls that they interviewed, a neighbor, said she knew the family, but she didn't even know he had a baby or twins. And he was a nice guy and all this stuff, but helped him out a lot. And I don't know if that means in his maintenance job with the apartments or what. But anyway, that yellow dumpster, they interviewed her in front of that dumpster. They had cadaver dogs and everything out there yesterday and today and everything. But I don't know. I said about 100 feet. It might have been a little bit further, but you could see from the dumpster, that very same dumpster, on just a little bit, not far, at the apartments, at the wood line, just on down a little bit. You could see it. That's where they found the baby. They opened your godson's birth mother's case this weekend after 25 years. Oh my goodness. She was 15 years old when she was unalive. Oh, Lisa. Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, I hope all these people get justice, all these victims, everybody. Wow. I was worried about you because I haven't seen you, but, I know people need time and stuff, but gosh, it sounds like you've really been busy and going through the ringer there. Wow. I'm sorry. I just hope they find out what happened, Man. Yeah, lost both parents. Absolutely. Yep.
Mom. But what I also don't understand is, doesn't mom want to see the baby? Did she not have questions? Twins are usually kept together, right?
That's the part I didn't understand.
Oh, Ginger,
They're usually
I agree.
inseparable.
This upsets me so bad. Yeah, yep, Denise, other twin was
Hey,
with mom.
Jacqueline. Good
So
morning.
I'll be honest with you. I got questions like, how the fuck could you not know? You know what I mean? Like, you're a mom, lady. You have one twin with you. Why does he have the other one? It's craziness. Let me show you some stuff, guys. I got a bunch of stuff to show you.
According to court records, Antonio Pierce is currently in the jail on charges including a suspended license and a child restraint violation, but none of those charges provide any answers as to where
That's what I
his
wanted to
missing
tell
son
you,
is.
Lisa.
I know, Lily, me
The
too.
search for missing 6-month-old Nikai Pratt continues, and his father, Antonio Pierce,
That's what I wanted to tell you, Lisa. So they got him on unrelated charges. He already had that one charge on the child cruelty or whatever. I don't know whose child that was or whatever. But anyway, he had to go to court this month. But the police was kind of smart. They got him on, they got him for marijuana charges and suspended license and what this lady's fixing to tell you. And they held him without bond. So I think he was supposed to go to court this morning, but I'm not sure that he went this morning or if it's actually going to be this morning. But either way, because we haven't heard anything about it, so I think it's going to be today. But the point is, I think the police was kind of smart doing that. I know that they had something or thought that they had something because, like I said it earlier, how many people do you know that get held without bond on a marijuana charge or a suspended license charge? Now they got the body. Y'all better believe they're going to get him. Their charges are coming. They haven't formally charged him yet for this, but they're fixing to. Watch. And I say good. Hold on. Sorry.
remains a suspect in the disappearance. Pierce is in the Clayton County Jail on unrelated charges of a suspended license, a child restraint violation, and possession of marijuana, per court records. He is expected before a judge on Wednesday. Court records also revealed a prior felony cruelty to children case in 2022. But as of Tuesday, Pierce faces no charges related to his missing son. Baby Nikai was first reported missing on Sunday when Pierce claimed he was robbed at gunpoint and his son was taken from him. But detectives became suspicious and questioned Pierce's story, saying this situation became suspicious because of inconsistent testimony and because of physical evidence that points to foul play. Since then, they've searched this complex.
Yeah, wonder how big the other brother is. Wonder if he was cared for. Again, you're a mother of twins. Why aren't 6-month-old twins together? How can you separate 6-month-old twins and just have a dad who clearly should have never had in the care of a child alone to begin with, in my opinion? Also, where's the family? I haven't seen any family speaking up for these kids. What is wrong with people now? Does family just... You see so many of these families quiet now. Speak up for your family members that can't defend themselves. If one of your family members did something wrong, call it out. Haven't seen anybody. Oh, Jennifer, you might need to update your card or something like that, baby. And yeah. twins are just a blessing.
Including a
Every
wooded
child is
area
a
behind
blessing.
one of the buildings, as well as cars. But as of now, the baby has not been located. The situation has left neighbors concerned and also confused about the father's story.
At the end of the day, it's a sad reality to think that one day your baby's here and the next day nothing.
And Clayton County Police did tell us they're examining evidence to determine where they should search. But I can tell you that within the last 10 minutes, multiple Clayton County Police vehicles showed up here at the complex, and several officers are now looking behind one of the apartment buildings. Police telling us this is still an ongoing investigation. Live in
This is
Clayton
right
County,
before they found
Yasmina
him.
Alston, Atlanta News First.
So this was right before they found him. And I need to show you this as well. Bear with me. Here we go.
You're not
Oh, my
stupid,
camera's not
Lisa.
on. One second.
No.
Hey, Angel.
Where a 6-month-old was last seen, and police are now even searching dumpsters.
That's right. The child has been missing since Sunday. Police are calling his father a suspect. Channel 2's Tom Jones reports from Clayton County. And Tom, police sent a
They
drone
called
up
him a
near a
suspect
unit where the
from the
baby's
time they
father is
arrested
known to
him,
live.
even though it was on unrelated charges.
Yeah, that's what I brought you in the last at 5 o'clock. But just now we're seeing in the last 10 minutes, officers have been concentrating on this dumpster right here. I saw a couple of officers put on gloves and get down and dirty and get in that dumpster. And they've been going through trash. You can see more officers are pulling up here.
That's like a construction dumpster, right? They do that whenever they're renovating, building something, so you can throw very big items in it. Thank you for being number 300, Michelle. Appreciate you, darling. Thank you.
Some reason they are concentrating on this area right now. This, of course, is where baby Nakia, police believe that she disappeared, and they suspect her father had a lot to do with it. I spoke to the county chairwoman who is asking the public to help police find baby Nakia.
Just very disheartening to know that a 6-month-old is out there in the world.
Clayton County Chairwoman Alika Anderson Henry told me her heart aches knowing 6-month-old baby Nakia Pratt is.
This little baby. This is the only picture we had. So he was the maintenance at the apartments, I heard, and he was an Uber driver. I do know he drove Uber. I didn't know he did maintenance, though.
Yep, maintenance person. That is sick. Thinking he had all the master keys.
Sounds like Ola. Yeah. It's like I say about Jack and Lily and Sebastian and Summer, people, they know where these babies are, in my opinion. People know where these babies are. And I can't stand the thought of them just being just like
11 pounds.
Right here, just being thrown out like garbage over a hill, and because the parents are too damn selfish, or whoever did it, is too damn selfish to take up for their own accountability. Should have never had
out
kids.
there, and no one knows where he is.
That's why I'm making this plea today, because I want anyone out there to return this child.
The chairwoman is asking,
does anybody know? We don't know much about all of this. Does anybody know if his twin was a girl or a boy? I mean, a brother or a sister? And I'm asking that because, believe it or not, I used to work with this girl, and they was not twins. Believe it or not, it was right here in Bay County. And they were They were not teens yet, but they were not little kids. I don't know. Maybe they were 11, 12, 9, 10, something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. But her and her husband got a divorce, okay? I'm not saying this is what happened, especially with twins. Courts are supposed to do the best interest of the child. But anyway, and I don't see how the best interest would be. This is just a thought I just now had. But what if something like this happened? So my friend, they gave her, okay, this is crazy. This was crazy. The craziest thing I ever saw, but it happened. So the judge, when they got a divorce, they were arguing over the kids or whatever. But anyway, they gave the mom, the little girl, full custody, and they gave the dad, the little boy, full custody, and they split the kids up. So we don't know what happened here at all, but it's just a thought I just now had, because I cannot wrap my mind around, other than what I said, and I said what I said about, but in a way it don't make no sense even what I said, because you know, the twins are hard to handle, babies, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We know that. Especially for somebody like Slick Rick. But what if something like that happened and he had custody of one and she had custody of one for whatever reason? And what if she never got to see this child right here, and vice versa? Wouldn't that be sad? Because it could happen. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that's the case. But they say the mother had nothing to do with it. They say cleared, but how? I don't understand some of these things. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Just don't get it.
Anyone with any information to give police a call. Police say Nakia's father, Antonio Pierce, told them he was robbed by gunmen who took the child Sunday. Police say they found physical evidence that led them to believe foul play was involved in the baby's disappearance. They're now calling Pierce a suspect.
Nobody robbed you.
Police returned to the apartment complex where they believe Nakia disappeared. We saw officers searching near the unit where neighbors say Pierce lives, sometimes with a woman. Neighbors are hoping for the best.
I hope they find the baby. I hope it's not what everybody thinking this is. I hope it is just missing and it's a hoax.
The chairwoman says she is a parent and couldn't imagine not knowing where her baby was. She says baby Nakia deserves to be here on this earth and with people who love him.
And if someone has done...
Well, that's because she's a normal person, right? Most of us couldn't sleep, eat, think until we found our child. These people don't give a damn. Won't even speak up for their child when they're alive or dead.
Anything to that child, whomever it is. We deserve to know.
I don't even know the mother's name. They have not publicly put out the mother's name.
And several officers are pulling up here. They are really concentrating on this area behind this dumpster and this wooded area here. In the meantime, Pierce is in jail on unrelated charges. He will go before a judge on those charges tomorrow.
New photos.
We will be there and have the very latest in
Got
this
brand new photos from police.
bizarre case. We're live in Clayton County. Tom.
Very bizarre case. guys, after this, I will be live. There is a breaking news story coming out of, they're originally from Wisconsin, but Illinois. There is a newlywed couple. They were about a week from having their anniversary, their first year anniversary. They were like middle school sweethearts, beautiful, attractive couple. They were found in their car, pew-pewed, dead. Just happened. And nobody, there's no answers.
Wow.
No answers. And it's a perplexing one. So I'll be live with that next. It's a weird one. Here we go. And you can see, they're down here now, and it looks like there's a trail or something down the hill there. So they're probably processing. Oh, wow. Look, they got a cover up here. Y'all see that?
Yeah, they said they had to put a cover up earlier.
I just read about a couple in Florida. About the couple in Florida? Who are you talking about? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And okay. Let me see if they've Cody's updated it anymore. Let's see what he says. Let me see if Clayton County Police has made a statement yet.
They should be doing a press conference tomorrow.
Earlier they hadn't yet. Nope, they haven't made a statement yet. But Cody Alcorn, who says he's a reporter, Clayton County Police Department crime scene has a section of the complex roped off where they were searching for missing 6-month-old baby Pratt. This is near the front of the complex in Riverdale. Really? Near the front?
Wow. Do they not have cameras there?
Trying to think how that is. Okay. Antonio Pierce told CCPD he was robbed at gunpoint with and rug dealers abducted the baby on Saturday. Police said there were inconsistencies with the story from the beginning. Pierce is in jail on unrelated charges. Well, guess what, Pierce? Your charges are about to be upgraded today, Mother Chicken.
Yeah.
Jennifer, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. I'm back, my love. Thank you for renewing your membership. Much love to you, my dear. A lot of wooded areas. Yeah. I thought the body was that yellow dumpster. Oh, they were looking in the dumpster and looking around the dumpster. Okay, 1 second. So Clayton County has not yet. Eyewitness. Oh, there's some breaking news. Ooh, with
yeah, they
coming out
should have known they had
Philadelphia too.
children. Was there not any blankets or diapers or a bottle?
Did we watch this one? Okay, yeah. All right, let's go to
mother's calls.
Facebook group real quick.
You'd be wondering who the hell he's talking to. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with people anymore. There's just no value for life or respect for anything anymore. I mean, it's just amazing. You know, I love to watch documentaries on like the universe and space and stuff like that. And whether you are a believer in God or not, it's amazing how, whether you want to call it the Big Bang, or if the Big Bang happened, you can still believe in God, right? And everything that is in this universe, we are made up of that. You know what I mean? And we're just so wonderfully made in our life. We should give more value to human beings' life.
Yep.
There is nearly 8 billion people on the planet, and we all matter.
Yes.
You texted me, okay. Okay. Oh, I've got a lot of text. Ooh. See what y'all got. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. Yep, I showed that one. They said earlier. Okay. They said pew pew left in the car and not worried. Or the public on that couple. Yeah. Yeah. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. Sure. Okay. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay. Look at this. Got some video. We got some video coming out. It's coming from 11. Okay, we got a lot of stuff coming out. Look at this.
I'm just so thankful they found it, because every dog in this place has been wanting to go over in that space.
I mean, this is interesting, right? Look at that. I showed you guys pictures, but his remains must not be very far over that hill for them to put that up there, don't you think? I kind of wish we could even see Mom. Yeah.
I wish
I
Mom
wish
would make a
I would
statement or
have seen the
something.
family out speaking.
Because every dog in this place has been wanting to go over in that space.
Grandmother, somebody. Both said, oh, I will tell y'all this. Hold on. Okay, I did put out a short. It was from TikTok. I did put it out. It's in one of my shorts. The girl, she I can't think of her name. I did give her credit. She's on there. I can't ever find my shorts when I'm on here. But anyway, because I'm scared I'll be touching all these buttons, honey, and hanging us up. But it was a pretty good long one. I think he was estranged from his family. I don't even know if Justin knows that or not. You just have to go through my shorts. So I don't know how long he's been estranged from his family. And the girl, the one on TikTok, she blacked out his name, and she was being respectful about it. But he has been trying to get a hold of him and let him know, hey, this is your brother. Can you please call or whatever? And if you can't call me, call Mom. Basically, that's what it said. And so that led to believe that he's been estranged from his family. And the girl was showing on, I guess the guy's Facebook or whatever. Eric, he tried to get in touch with him a lot of times, but he never would respond to him or anything. So that was interesting. That was very interesting. So, excuse me, speaking of that, I don't think Antonio was, in touch with his family. And I think if I'm not mistaken, his family either, don't quote me on this, but they lived in North or South Carolina. I'm not sure. But he just never would answer them. So that's strange. But you would think, now I'd be interested to know if the mother, which is the grandmother on that side, or the brother will come out and speak. Trust me, Smiley might have tried to get in touch with that brother if she hadn't blocked out the name. But anyway, that's beside the point. Not to be rude or intrude, but since they were estranged, let me say that, it probably would have been not so bad. But I wish the mother of this child and her mother, if she's alive, and, those grandparents, somebody, aunts, uncles, somebody could come out and speak for this child. I mean, what is going on here? This is about like when I went to Lori Page. Some of these neighbors didn't even know he had kids. The one lady said in the news, I knew the family. Well, what do you mean, the family? Do you mean him and his girlfriend? Do you mean him and the baby's mama? Do you mean him and his family? What family do you mean? And I'm not down on her. I'm just saying, what does she mean by that? And she said, but I never knew he had kids. I never knew. This is all very strange to me. How do you just hide kids? So it reminds me of when I did Lori Page, and I went there, and the neighbors said, we never saw her, but they knew she saw her. Some people saw her because they knew she got off the bus, where she lived, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the neighbors didn't even know she existed. Was that the same with the baby? Is that possible? What is going on? Why are these people hiding their kids? What is going on? Yeah, I don't know. But now the girlfriend, I think the girlfriend is lying. Now, what I'm talking about is the neighbors said this too in some of the news interviews. They said they didn't know that he had a baby or whatever, and they knew the family, which is very strange and very odd to me. But the girlfriend, no, I ain't buying nothing she's trying to push. Some people criticize the cops, which in this case, I don't think they should have. I think they've done an excellent job. In my opinion, I think they've done an excellent job to get him in the jail, even on just marijuana charges, because they knew and they were right. But so I don't blame them for anything, but some people there have publicly on the news criticized them because they say they waited too long to talk to the girlfriend, and they think that the girlfriend had plenty of time to start cleaning up stuff. But what they fail to understand is, if they go in there with luminol or anything like that, I don't care how much they clean up, it's still going to get the traces if it was done in that apartment. Period. It will. So we'll see. I guarantee you they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's right now. They're getting warrants, and they'll probably do a lot more stuff, and he will be formally charged probably within the next 24 hours, at least, I would say. That's just my opinion. We'll see.
Oh my God. I can't believe they found a baby.
They got kids out there.
Angel, you okay, baby? Something wrong? I didn't see what you wrote, honey. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Jen. Baby was found over the hill from the apartment complex just a little bit ago. Unbelievable.
I haven't slept, and that's just one
Hey,
thing.
Robin.
Maybe I should have called Joey last night and said, you know, I wanted to walk down there last night.
No,
I walked last night
I'm
after
okay,
I
Tiffy.
left from up there with you.
I'm okay, honey. It just, no matter how many times I see this, it just sickens you, just these poor children, what they go through. Most of us have a good or a decent childhood. You may have trauma, right? Everyone has trauma from their childhood. I was talking to one of my therapists one time, and she's like, Justin, everyone has trauma from their childhood. She's like, you're going to have trauma. She's like, if your parents was overbearing, well, I couldn't have went anywhere, right? They wouldn't let me go anywhere. And if you were like, didn't give a damn, right? Well, they didn't care. That's right. That's the kid saying that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. Every person has, if you live long, you have trauma, just the way it is. But a lot of these parents we see, these kids grow up with such dysfunction that they think, yes, Pickle Toast Grandma, they almost think it's normal. Like your parents just not giving a damn, or the struggle that they face. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Angel of Light. Thank you, honey. I apologize. I did not see that. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. My first chemo treatment today, 4 more to go. Not feeling so good, but be listening. Appreciate. Oh, we love you, Angel.
Bless you, Angel.
Let me tell you something. We are praying for you. You're going to kick its ass. Kick its ass and send it back to hell where it belongs, where all cancer belongs. I hope for the day, someday soon, that cancer will be one of those things that
too, honey.
we lost millions, hundreds of millions of people, throughout time. And I hope it's something where we don't have to fight real hard to just stay alive,
And
So
by
we
the
love
way,
you, darling. We're gonna
Brandy
kick its
Neal
ass.
busted out of the hospital. She
And
got to go home. Yay.
That's that. You got it. Love you, darling.
Said it walking back. I said,
Got a longer video here coming. All right, here we go. This one.
Folks, there is breaking news right now out of Clayton County, where police are back at that apartment complex where a missing 6-month-old baby boy was last seen. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn just got to the complex on Valley Hill Road just minutes ago. So, Cody, what can you tell us about what's happening out there right now?
Well, we can tell you the Clayton County Police Department is back here at this complex, along with their crime scene unit and the medical examiner's office. I'm going to step out of the way right now, and you can see the crime scene unit is here at the front of this complex, and they're concentrating on a cut through here in a wooded area. You can see the CSI team right now getting out some of their equipment here. And again, this is the last place known that Nikai Pratt was seen. Of course, if you have not been following this story, on Sunday morning, Clayton County Police got a call from this complex reporting that he apparently had been abducted during an armed robbery. His dad told neighbors that some drug dealers possibly kidnapped this child. What we have learned since Sunday is that Clayton County Police had a lot of questions about Antonio Pierce's story. He is the child's father. We're told they did not believe him from the very beginning. It's not often that some random drug dealers will kidnap a baby during an armed robbery. So that is why they never actually put out an Amber Alert for this baby. And
well, this monster that you see here, when someone's doing an armed robbery, they're not looking for a kid.
Exactly.
They're not looking for a kid. They're looking something money, right?
I done told y'all today, they're either looking for drugs, they're looking for money, like Justin said, they're looking to go in and steal a TV or electronics or some kind of something they can sell on the side of the road to some poor old soul so they can get their drugs or illicit whatever it is that they want. But they ain't going in to get your baby. That's just a problem for them. They're looking to get high. They're probably fixing to go into DTs. They ain't looking for a problem like that. Just saying. Just saying. Wake up, people.
Jewelry, electronics, something, valuables. Not to say a kid's not valuable, but it's just not to a robber, right? So dad has all of these pictures and videos, but not one of the babies. Oh yeah, he loved to take pictures of his car and of himself.
And if somebody did rob him,
his jewelry.
If it's true, by chance, it's still his fault, in my opinion. And I would say they were looking for drugs because he's the wannabe cool breeze. And they need to go check out them warehouses, those storage units, and possibly if, and it's a huge if, but I don't think they took no baby. But if somebody else was involved, they come involved looking for a mount of drugs, in my opinion. But they, in my opinion, didn't take no baby. Maybe that was his child cruelty reaching back up to get rid of what he thought was a problem. Just saying. That's just me, though.
And all that. But he's not going to have that anymore, right? He's not going to have to worry about that anymore because you're never going to be in a white Cadillac again until maybe the Undertaker takes you in a hearse whenever you, in my opinion, probably crack hell wide open. So there's that. That'll be the next white Cadillac he'll probably be riding in. Other than that, it'll be a transfer van whenever they transfer you from prison to prison. Do we know about the mother situation? I've got a lot of questions.
Me too, honey.
Got a lot of questions, I'll tell you that. Mother had other twin. Who separates twins? And wasn't she concerned about her other child?
Well, that's a little bit kind of
hearse.
cruel,
I see the hearses that most of the hearses I ever drove was Cadillacs. Yeah, they were Cadillacs. I can't remember they are obviously modified, but they were Cadillacs. I think the first hearse I ever drove there was a Lincoln.
What they have been doing since is questioning Pierce and others around this neighborhood. They have been doing search warrants throughout Clayton County and several different properties trying to find this baby. And then we're told in the last hour and a half, they started to come together out here in this cut through. They put up crime scene tape, and now they are concentrating here in this wooded area. And what you're seeing is they're putting up more petitions, basically to hide what we can see from this vantage point. So obviously they have found something in these woods tied to the disappearance of Nakai Pratt here. I can tell you there are dozens of neighbors out here watching. They have been hoping for a great outcome here, but right now things are not looking good. We talked to Clayton County Police today. They told us this is like
what? Wendy says, Justin, one of your viewers said the judge split up her twins and gave one to the father until she could get another trial.
Oh my God, did I not just say that? Oh my God. I told you, my friend that happened to her, I worked with her. Did I not just say that? It happens, y'all. It happens. If you just coming in and you're going in on rewind and you splitter splatter all around my live, you can rewind it. I said that 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. I told y'all the story about this girl I used to work with right here in Bay County. And the kids was, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, 12. They weren't teens yet, but they gave the mom the girl, and they gave the dad the boy, and I don't know why they did it, because they were arguing over the kids, and the judge is like, nope, we're just going to give you this one and you this one, and they split them up. And if a judge, in my opinion, did split these twins up, that was horrible. But I will tell you this. I will say this. They said the mom didn't have anything to do with this, and she probably didn't. But I did hear yesterday, and I don't know, I can't research the mom because I don't know who the mom is. But evidently there's sleuths out there who do, but nobody's put out her name. But somebody said in a Facebook group or somewhere, or it was just by word of mouth, I can't remember how it was said, but they just vaguely put up there, the mom's arrest records are available now. So I don't know what her problem is, and I don't know what she's, whatever. And I'm not going to accuse her of anything because I don't know. Again, that was hearsay, but I heard it and I saw it wrote. Okay? That's the truth. But I'm just saying, forget all that. None of that even matters now. Oh my God, if the judge split it up, I just told y'all that happens. But what in the hell, man? See, this is the kind of stuff that tears me up. This is what tears me up. I guess I better go ahead and listen to what is being said, because don't want to jump the gun, do we?
What do you mean another trial? That's a very weird thing. Yes, he is, Kay. Why would they do something like that? Yeah, it sounds crazy, Sherry. It does. To me, if a judge did that, in my opinion, they need to be in jail themselves. I don't get that.
Boom.
Hey, Minnie, thank you, darling. I saw on the news channel
Twins
he
are
didn't
not
report the
meant
baby
to
missing.
be split
Neighbors
up.
did, after he walked past with a car seat covered in sheet, left, came back with no baby.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, that sounds probably right, because they but why would, like, where did he walk past? Because the baby's right in front of the apartment complex with over the hill. Looks like the neighbors had their eyes on him. It does. He did mention the car seat. Yeah.
Likely turning into a recovery effort due to the timing of how long he's been missing and evidence they have gathered through this investigation. Now, as we reported last night, we do know that Kai is a twin. Clayton County Police told us that the twin is with the mother, and it's still unclear why the mother had one child and the father had Nakai here. So a lot of unanswered questions, but I can tell you as well that Antonio Pierce, Nakai Pratt's father, is locked up right now. He was arrested early Monday morning around 3 a.m. on unrelated charges. He has not been directly charged in the disappearance of his 6-month-old child, but he is locked up, and it's likely he has been questioned by Clayton County Police throughout the last 48 hours, trying to get details on what really happened to his baby. So right now, still a lot of unanswered questions. We reached out to Clayton County Police. They are not confirming at this hour that they have found any remains. They have not confirmed they have found Pratt at this point. But again, this putting the dots together, this is not looking like a great outcome. As you can see, the crime scene unit right now kind of standing outside of this wooded area, likely waiting for maybe a search warrant to actually get inside and start their investigation, Ron.
Okay, Cody, you know, I can see the Clayton County Police Department there. Any other agencies there, GBI or any other mutual aid agencies helping them in this particular crime scene?
From my vantage point, I cannot see any other agencies. Clayton County is a pretty big agency. They do handle a lot of their own investigations, even when it comes to deaths within the department. This is a crime scene unit that's outside here. We have been told the medical examiner's office is on the other side of this cut through. We cannot get down there. It's kind of separated with these this wooded area that you're looking at. So we do know Clayton County Police, they likely have their investigators out here who have been working the disappearance of Nakai, and then the medical examiner's office as well will be here to work in tandem with them. So again, at this point, while there is no confirmation, Ron, there has been no other missing persons report. There's been no other crime reported in this neighborhood in the last 24 hours that we know of that would lead them to this complex. And something else interesting, Ron, I've been here about 15 minutes. I was talking to the neighbors, and they said this is one area they had not been searching prior to today. They had been talking and searching the back of the complex where this family lives, and that's where they've really been concentrating the search.
Someone writes in one of the groups, this is the second infant in 6 weeks with the hand of a man who had previous abuse charges. People like this should have no access to children ever. Again, if there was a law in place where a man, a woman, a person who has child abuse or neglect already against them, they should not be around children. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're just going to suddenly not neglect or abuse children? Do you think a serial cheater is not going to cheat on you? Do you think someone that is known for DV isn't going to beat you? Come on. Do you think a registered S offender is not going to offend again? That's why they're on the offender list. They cannot be rehabilitated. These people don't fucking change.
And in my opinion, they need to make a law.
That's right. We see over and over again. When
that
do
they need to
we
register
learn?
anybody
Exactly.
that has had any abuse
Children
charges or
are
anything
dying
like that towards
every day
children, child cruelty, anything like that. Even if it's not
because they have
SA.
more and more and more. And they either get taken away in time or not in time. Thank you, Minnie. I got you, baby. Okay. Thank you for that.
Search efforts on. We know they had drones up. They've had cadaver dogs out here. They've had bloodhounds out here. And they said they really had not been concentrating on this area until today. So obviously either they came across some evidence, someone was talking, or they got a hit out here. Something was found in these woods here. We just saw them take a tarp out into this area as well. They are covering up this cut through, Ron. So as the time goes on, it is looking more and more like they have discovered something tied to this case here in the woods of this complex.
Okay, Cody, thanks a lot. And knowing that the medical examiner is out there, that really says a lot. And I know you're going to be staying on top of the story for us tonight, so we really appreciate that.
And that was my thing too. Like, hadn't heard from the mother, hadn't heard from any of the family members that I'm aware of. Why? Why does no one speak up for their missing family member?
That. So for the very latest for you, we're going to have that tonight on 11 Alive News at 11. We're going to see you then.
All right. Again, credit goes to 11 News. Link will be provided in the description. Miss Minnie Panthers just sent me this, and I want to show it to you. 2 seconds. Again, this goes to 11 Alive. Credit goes to them.
Well, good evening. 40 hours. Take a look here. This is 6-month-old Nakai Pratt. His father told police someone abducted him on Sunday during an armed robbery. However, now police say his dad's story is not adding up at all. He's now an official suspect locked up on unrelated charges. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn joins us live now from the Clayton County Jail, where the father is expected to face a judge tomorrow morning. So, Cody,
I mean, these people, these men and stuff that beat their kids and are abusive and neglectful, they're that way with their women too. Most of them. I mean, listen, you hurt a baby, you'll hurt anything.
I agree.
And I mean anything. Man, woman, child, animal, anything. He made things on Facebook saying the last person that came at him is no longer alive. He didn't say it like that, but he said it in like a street slang kind of way.
You just confirmed
these people are, it's very easy to predict someone like this who has harmed children before. It's not even really a question, right? These people are very easy to predict their future if they've already harmed a child. It will happen again. They will get irritated again or mad again or whatever that triggers them.
Some new information about baby Nakai. What can you tell us about that?
Ron, a lot of people have been asking us if he was the only child, and just in the last hour, Clayton County Police confirmed Nakai is a twin. They say that Nakai's sibling is with their mother, and at this point, it does not appear she is involved in Nakai.
I'm trying to think Minnie sent this because we want to see what we can hear about this mother.
Nakai's disappearance, but Clayton County Police say the investigation is active and ongoing. Tonight, neighbors allege it was not the children's father, Antonio Pierce, who even called 911 to report his son missing. They also tell us that Pierce told them drug dealers kidnapped his baby.
So, yeah, Yeah. You're right.
See,
It
he
was.
didn't even
I guess it
call
was the
911.
neighbors
He's not the one who called. I
that
told
called,
y'all.
and whoever called, ever called, you are the best of humanity. Thank you. See something.
See, here's the thing. If these people, whoever, had not have called, we might have had another baby on our hands that had been missing and gone unnoticed for months and months and months and months until they were never able to be found. Allegedly, the girlfriend didn't know, and even if she helped clean up, and even if she did know, well, she wasn't going to say anything, was she? She might have knew better than to say anything, if you want to put it that way, with the old cool breeze there. And the neighbors didn't know he had any kids. There was one neighbor that had an interview. I hope Justin pulls it up and says, she says, I knew the family and I didn't know he had any kids. He was always good. He helped us. Now, whether that meant through maintenance or just being friends, I don't know. Don't really care. But obviously, he's not a good person. He's not who he perceived himself to be. And if he's a maintenance man in that apartment complex, I would love to know who gave him an attaboy on the back, and I'll give you another chance. Or they didn't run a background check on him and gave him the damn master keys to everybody's apartments there. That's what, if everybody that lived there, that's what I would be asking whoever run the corporate apartment complex there, even from beyond a different state, if I had to. Okay? That's what I would want to know. Just saying.
Say something. Because if this person hadn't have called, this story, it might have been a year, 2 years, months, days, weeks before we knew this, where, the child was missing. Not saying the mother wouldn't have said something, but you never know. I know. I don't understand it. That's hopefully what we're going to try to learn here in a little bit, see if they say anything.
The search for 6-month-old Nikai Pratt is now expanding beyond this.
Okay, and I just want to make this clear for my replay crew and people just coming in. This, the baby has been found deceased right outside of the apartment complex, in the front of the apartment complex over a hill. We're trying to get more information about the mother and why these twins were separated.
Riverdale apartment complex. Police using bloodhounds, cadaver dogs, and drones, all in an effort to find the 2-foot, 11-pound baby. Neighbors say they called police Sunday morning when they feared something happened to Nikai.
They saw him carrying a car seat with a sheet over the child. But the neighbors actually saw him, and they were the ones that called, because when he came back, there was no car seat, no baby.
Oh. So I'm wondering if I guess he ditched that car seat somewhere.
And then what he said,
or maybe the car seat. Oh, I just got an image in my head. He might have ditched the car seat with the baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that gives me
Justin,
chill.
they're looking
Oh.
into if the baby was put in the woods still alive, possibly. I mean, OMG. Well, I don't think that, I doubt it.
No,
I doubt
had
it.
a sheet over it.
This man is been charged with child, can't remember if it was child abuse or neglect. I think it was
cruelty.
Abuse, allegedly, I'll say. And when he was taking the baby out, there was a sheet over it. So he's most likely hiding the fact that the child was dead, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't, in my opinion, probably put a sheet over it.
Was the drug dealers took the child.
Police say Antonio Pierce told them somebody took his child during an armed robbery. Police never activated an Amber Alert. Now, more than 24 hours later, we're learning why. Police say Pierce's story is inconsistent. Physical evidence found at the complex points to foul play.
So we all, as a community, been searching, looking for the baby.
Neighbors tell us Pierce worked maintenance at the complex and also drove for Uber. Our camera.
Okay, so yeah, he did drive. I knew he drove for Uber, but I did not know that he was maintenance there.
See, they gonna give him the master keys to everybody's apartment.
He was charged with child neglect. Yeah, child neglect. Yeah, that's what it was. I have it somewhere.
As we're rolling, as authorities towed several of his cars away from the complex.
Yeah, he's got 5 cars.
11 Alive found Pierce has a pending felony cruelty to children charge out of Clayton County, tied to a case from 2022. Now, 3 years later, he's now at the center of his missing son's case. And Ron, as you mentioned tonight, we learned Pierce is expected to be in court in the morning, and we will be in the courtroom as well to see if the
he was supposed to be in court this morning, but I don't think he was.
I think they put it off till today, y'all.
Well, he ain't getting out, Wendy. He ain't getting out.
DA will use him being a suspect in his son's disappearance as a reason to deny bond on these unrelated charges. So again, the reason he's locked up tonight is not directly involved in his son's disappearance at this point, but on unrelated charges. Of course, a developing story and a very active investigation at this hour. Live in Jonesboro, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Okay, Cody, thanks a lot, and hopefully we'll get some answers tomorrow morning.
That's right. Wasn't he talking about? Oh no, that was on his Facebook where he talked about. I think it was on his Facebook about talking about feeding them. He didn't look like a very good maintenance man, if you ask me.
In court,
you know what I mean? So, yeah. Craziness. Absolutely craziness. All right, let's see if there's anything else coming out. If we are all caught up. What's that?
Hey, Faye.
All right, Cody didn't put anything there. Let's look in the group here real quick.
Good morning, everybody coming in.
And see. God bless those neighbors. Really. They saw something. They said something. So they're probably going to be out there all night. And I feel so bad for the crew out there tonight, seeing that they've got to see this.
Yeah.
They've got to see all of this now. Okay, Panda. Thank you, baby. Does anyone know the mother's name?
Nope. I hope somebody does.
Hold on, I got a very important email.
Oh, I'm dropping stuff here.
Huh. I got your thing, Mike. Thank you. I'll read the rest of it at the end of this. Oh, really? Thank you, Kelly. Just got your email as well. Mom, her boyfriend, and aunt of girl whose remains were found in a bin face a judge. 12-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia. Anybody heard of that case? She is keeping quiet and nothing on her. Yeah, I agree, Autumn. It's some of it's just insanity. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. They're bringing in Cajun Navy for Delvin's case. That's awesome.
What I thought. That sounds familiar, but I
Okay.
can't place it right now, Jacqueline.
All right. One more thing, and if that's not there, then we'll Georgia. Bear with me. Sometimes they spell this wrong. Okay. N-N-A-K-I. N-N-A-K-I. I want to show y'all something here. Missing 6-month-old Georgia. Okay. No. Okay. All right. 11 pounds is good weight for a 6-month-old? I don't think so, is it? Average weight for a 6-month-old baby boy. I mean, 17 pounds is the 50th percentile. Like, my kids were literally in the 100th percentile. They were
Mine were always
bigger than
funky too.
any kid their age. They were always twice as big. But everyone in my house is way more than 6 foot. Like, yes, that girl found in tub behind an abandoned building here in Connecticut. They believe she's been missing since 2024.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, you're right. A year.
Send me info on that if you find it. I have not been following that. But also, if they were preemies as well, right? So there's that. I am going to be live here in just a little bit. I do want to talk about Jack and Lily later. I'm going to try to do 2 more lives tonight.
He's going off because I think I come in on that one. But anyway, if y'all, go over and, sub to him. I got one more, and it's a short news clip. I thought he was going to play it, but I don't think he played this one. Hold on. He always has got all the good deets. He always has all the good deets. I'm trying to see who. This one is. Who was that? News. I think this was News 5. So let me go ahead and get that up. He might have played this one in the beginning, but we'll listen to it. Let's see.
Hours tonight, but they left around 9 o'clock tonight. But before leaving, police officers here on this with police
Are you
tape
kidding?
and
I gotta
crime scene
rewind
tape
it.
and
Hold on.
police cars for
off the entrance to that apartment complex on Valley Hills Road in Riverdale.
It's
Yeah, I
the
think
same
he
place
played
where
it at first.
6-month-old Nikai Pratt disappeared Sunday morning. Originally, the child's father told police someone abducted his son
I think it was
during a
played at first,
robbery.
but we're
But
gonna listen to
investigators
it.
say they found inconsistencies in Antonio Pierce's story. They say evidence suggests possible foul play in the infant's death. Fox 5's Larry Spruill is live at the complex tonight with the latest.
Yes,
Larry,
that's what I was saying today. Some of them can be like
Well,
11
look,
pounds
for
when they're
hours tonight, police
newborn.
blocked off this area with police tape and crime scene tape and
And
police
bless
cars
your heart,
for
honey.
hours tonight. But they left around 9 o'clock tonight. But before leaving, police officers here on the scene told us that they found a body right over there across the street in the woods, and they believe that to be 6-month-old Nikai Pratt. Now, police blocked this area off early this afternoon, not allowing anyone past this point. All of this started Sunday morning when the father, Antonio Pierce, told police that someone abducted his son during a robbery. Later, police said the story did not add up, and they found evidence suggesting possible foul play. Now, I told
Hey,
you last time that we
Selena,
found
good
out Pratt was a twin,
morning.
and the other
Good to
child is
see you,
staying with the
honey.
mother tonight. Also, police
Getting
arrested
ready
Pierce
for
for
work.
charges unrelated
Okay.
to this case
I'm
Monday
glad you come
morning.
in.
I
Good to
talked to
see
neighbors
you.
tonight. They tell me this is very tragic.
Honestly, I thought, it was a worse situation. I just was praying it wasn't, but I'm messed up about it.
We bring these kids into this world and they expect them to be safe with who they call their mom and their dads.
Now, again, an officer here on the scene told us the body found is believed to be little Nikai. Now, we are still waiting for an update from police at this hour. No word on whether Antonio Pierce is facing charges, but police did confirm he was a suspect in this case before the discovery of the infant's body. We are live in Riverdale tonight. I'm Larry Spruill, Fox 5 News.
It was all just so terribly sad. Larry, thank you.
So sad. It's all so very, this is bad, man. It's sad. It's all so sad. He did not deserve this. He didn't deserve it at all. I just pray the truth comes out. Like I said, there's a man that was on one of those earlier I was watching. I had to put the link in. I just had to drop the link in my post. He was saying if anybody knows the family to get in touch with him, he was going to pay for the funeral. That broke my heart. He said he didn't know what else to say, and he don't know him, but he's going to pay for the funeral. And I just pray that the truth comes out, and for the baby, and everything that's going on, everything that's happening. It's sad, and probably the dad goes to court in the morning. I think they moved it, and we'll see what happens. We'll see, but just pray. I expect he'll get more charges. Honestly, that's what I think. Hey, Kimberly, good morning. But for those that didn't hear, I couldn't sleep, so I just wanted to come back on here and make sure that everybody heard everything that was going on. Unfortunately, his little body has been found, and just pray, I feel sorry for the twin, especially. They should have never been separated if that is true. If that is true, and the case, man, I don't even know what to say to that, But I'm going to get off of here. I hope y'all have a good morning. Everybody have a good day at work. And just try to have a good day. Hold those close. You never know what monsters lingering in your circle. And just love you all. Love you all. Thank you very much for being here. And if you will, hit the thumbs up and let's get the story out. Keep it out. Some people may not even know yet he's been found, but he has been found, unfortunately. So later, hugs to everybody, and I'll see you later on in the streets. YouTube streets, that is. Bye.